Welcome back. It's Friday. That means it's time for another high school football game preview.
KSER 3's Melanie Wingo joining us now at Woodland High School, taking a look at the matchups today.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, and you notice how I'm wearing orange? You cannot come to Woodland High School and represent without wearing your orange. We're so happy to be here. They're playing Dixon tonight here at Woodland, and let's make some noise. Woo-hoo-hoo! As you can hear, the students are so excited to support their team. I have their head coach, Dane, with us right now. Thank you for taking a moment out of a very busy day. What's so exciting about today?
It's homecoming. The kids are excited. We have a great community support, obviously great support from the student body, our entire staff. We're very excited about tonight and coming out with a win.
Okay, so you got to come out with a win tonight because it's homecoming. What have you told your players that they need to be focused on tonight in order to pull out the win?
We just need to stay confident, tackle well, control the ball on offense, and punch in for a score, and get ahead early and just keep that lead.
All right, and you've got your quarterback, QB Joe. All right, Joe, are you excited about tonight's game? Because I know your fellow students are.
Yeah, I think the whole school is.
Yeah, and what is it that you are telling your teammates about tonight, how to get their heads in the game for the big event?
Just be confident. I feel like we've been prepared all week, and we're confident being able to go out there and win tonight.
And when you see your cheer team, your band, your Link Crew section, all out here supporting you, how does it make you feel as the quarterback of this team that you have so much student support?
Oh, it feels great. Have the students come out for homecoming and be able to hopefully win.
Awesome. Well, we hope that you guys have an awesome night tonight. I'm going to go see if Woody can give me a high five. Hey, Woody, let's do this. Can we do some push-ups, Woody? Can you do it with me? Who's in for some push-ups? Let's do it, Woody. No? Woody? Okay, how about flexing? Should we flex, Woody? Yes! We found our lane. Deirdre and Brandy, we're going to maybe get some of these folks to do some push-ups later. Maybe some tricep dips, something physical.
As they look at you
awake?
like,
We need to really get them awake.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so
well,
we'll see you in our next half hour.
okay,
Yeah.
Melanie, thanks so much for that. Oh my gosh. That is like
these kids are like,
so her lane.
that TV lady's really energetic. Yes,
And she wants
is.
us to do push-ups?
Always
What?
like that. Tonight's game of the week, chosen by our viewers, is Antelope at Cordova. Dell's going to be out at Cordova High. He's not doing any push-ups, I can tell you that right now. 6:30 with your preview, and then you'll have all the highlights in the Playbook show, which comes up at 11.
7:18. Tamara, how is the weather shaping up for the game tonight? Will everyone need jackets?
It's looking great, yeah, especially once the sun goes down, which now we're kind of that sweet spot of about 6:30 p.m. I'd say grab a layer, keep it by your side. You may not need it right at the start for the kickoff, but it's going to be necessary, especially as you leave the games later on this evening. Beautiful view. Look at this, Stockton. You're stunning right now, showing off your sun rays to us here from the Adventist Health Arena Sky Camera. The other thing I like to look at is the waterfront vantage point, and really it just looks like a piece of glass, doesn't it? There's not much wind movement here in the Port City. Temperatures are currently lower 50s in Stockton. I've got 56 for you, Sacramento and Modesto, and 49 waking up in Lake Tahoe. You'll notice that we'll see a few clouds as part of the skies today, as part of the skyline. There's a big storm system right here off the coast of California, but a bulk of this energy is going to be sliding into the Pacific Northwest over the weekend. So again, we will be seeing just a little fringe piece of this, especially by tonight. Could touch off a few sprinkles here and there in the overnight, and if you wake up early tomorrow morning, you may notice that the pavement's a little bit damp. But in general, we're going to unfold into a really nice weekend. Your Saturday forecast highs, mid-70s, sunny conditions and mild, and we're slightly cooler on Sunday with a forecast high of 72. We've got more impactful weather to talk about, especially looking towards next week. 10-14. That is the 14th day of October. Expect rainfall to begin the day prior. So on the 13th that evening after the sun goes down, we could see some steadier rounds of rain during the day Tuesday, tracking widespread valley rain and also some snow in the Sierra. For more details on what we can expect with your winter type travel next week, let's bring in meteorologist Ophelia Young in the Weather Center, and you're looking at also some of the rain parts of this as well.
Yes, that's right. And both the rain and the snow totals continue to fluctuate as the system evolves and approaches us. And we're still trying to gauge the strength and track of this storm system. Right now, this is what we're expecting Monday through Wednesday. The area most impacted by rain will be the coast, with 1 to 2 inches forecast all the way down into the central coast. A little less in the valley, but still a good amount. We're looking at a ½ inch to an inch of rain, and a little less as we head east into the Sierra, where Truckee and South Lake Tahoe may get up to a 1/4 of an inch of rain. But that is in addition to the snow that they may get all the way down into Wednesday night and all the way down to 6,000 feet. As you can see, the more south you go in the Sierra, the higher those amounts. South of Highway 50, expecting up to 8 inches of snow. Compare that to 1 to 3 inches in the Tahoe Basin and a ½ inch in Quincy. But again, a few days out, these numbers are very fluid, but I think the one thing that we could say with high certainty is everybody will get a little something. Tamara.
Yeah, and Ophelia, this is going to be your first kind of nice, significant storm for the winter season, at least. And I do anticipate that we're probably going to see some issues or some plows out there in the very least come Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday night with that snow that comes down and sticks to the road surfaces. This is Monday evening. There's our piece of energy working down the coast. We're starting to see some rain bands at that point. Overnight, we'll see some of the better rainfall across the region. And then into early Tuesday, that's going to lead to a very wet morning commute. And then here comes the snow. As you can see, Ophelia was talking about that pushing through the area. We could still see lingering showers into Wednesday. And again, those snowfall totals will be a bit more impressive as you go south of Highway 50 and out along the Sonora Pass. 7-day valley forecast. Again, nice weekend framed up in the 70s. We're talking upper 60s Monday, lower 60s Tuesday as that impactful rain, wind, and mountain snow arrives across the region. That's your forecast. Brian, take us to the highways.
All right, thanks, Sam. We're going to start here along Interstate 80 at Childs Road. And you can see the traffic heading out towards Davis. No problems there. If you're heading back towards Sacramento on the eastbound side, also clear. We are seeing a few more cars out there along our mainline freeways, but so far everything's still in the green, as we say. Southbound 5 at 50, there was a minor collision there. One person wants to be checked out by the ambulance, but other than that, we're not seeing any delays there. 599 as a whole, all clear as you make your way in from Elk Grove, with just minor slowing north of Florin Road on 99. But again, travel times aren't too bad there. Stockton also clear. As you can see, 99, even with that slowdown, still in the green at 13 minutes. I-5 an 11-minute ride. 50 is 16 minutes from Folsom and 10 minutes out of Roseville on Interstate 80. Don't forget tonight, eastbound 50 to Business 80 and southbound 99. That ramp is closing at 9 p.m. and won't open until Monday at 5 a.m. with the ongoing construction. We'll have more after the break on our news, weather, and of course traffic after this.
Welcome back. We are following a developing story this morning. A powerful magnitude 7.4 earthquake has struck off the southern Philippines. Happened around 10 our time, 1 in the afternoon there in that region. Here's some video from when the quake hit in Davao City. Now, we can see here the building shaking as well as the ceiling lights and the chairs inside this office. At least 6 people are dead. The quake did damage a hospital and schools. Power was out for several areas. Coastal communities were temporarily evacuated after a tsunami warning, which has since been lifted. Officials say they're now assessing the damage and providing help to those impacted. Some sad news this morning for fans of college basketball.
Loyola Chicago's beloved chaplain, Sister Jean Dolores Schmidt, has passed away. The university announced her death yesterday. She was more commonly known as Sister Jean, and she became a good luck charm for the Ramblers basketball team during the 2018 NCAA tournament. She became a celebrity, basically, fan favorite, and in college basketball, people have loved her ever since. She's made appearances each year during the tournament. Sister Jean, get this, was 106 years old.
Wow.
And looks like she was having a good time too, up until the end. Well, a 40-year high for the price of a precious metal.
Why the country is facing, or what the country is facing, is some call it a silver boom. How it compares to other precious metals, also seeing a rise in value.
Now, a KCRA3 update.
Good morning. Your time now is 7:27. A series of mail thefts in Yolo County is now impacting ballot deliveries in Woodland. The Yolo County Elections Office says 135 voters were impacted. USPS says that there were 4 cluster mailboxes targeted along West Kentucky Avenue. Election officials are now trying to contact the people who've been impacted by this and make sure they get a replacement ballot. So to prevent voter fraud, election experts say each vote by mail ballot will go through a signature verification. Only 1 ballot, obviously, per voter will be accepted. Let's go over now to Ophelia to get an update on our Friday forecast.
Deirdre, a storm system continues to spin off the west coast, but we are expecting a nice Friday. A few showers in the valley tomorrow morning is possible, but after that we dry out for a gorgeous weekend. 72 in the valley on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. Today will be nice and mild too, with temperatures climbing to around 70 degrees at lunchtime. We'll top out in the mid 70s. In the foothills, comfortable 68 degrees, and we're looking at highs in the Sierra around 58 with some breezy weather. Brian, how's traffic?
Probably one of the busier spots of the morning right now is the Causeway. This is a look at Interstate 80, but even with all of this traffic, it's still moving along with no delays. You can see green on the map there, which means we're traveling at the speed limit. That's the same story for Highway 50, 80 coming in from Roseville. Had a minor collision southbound I-5 right at the 50 connector, but so far just a minor slowdown on the southbound side of 5. So just use a little caution there. Northbound 5 is all clear. 99 just a little slow as you make your way through Florin Road. That just barely puts it into the yellow at 15 minutes, while I-5 still in the green at 11 minutes. No delays on 50 and 80, Deirdre.
All right, thank you. Coming up next on I-58, a new performing arts center and refurbished amphitheater is opening today. We'll tell you all about it.
The news comes first. Northern California's news leader for 70 years. This is KCRA 3 News on My 58, live at 7:30 a.m.
A message from President Trump mistakenly posted on social media. The now public directive for the Attorney General and why one person mentioned is already facing a federal indictment.
Plus, the country is feeling the impacts of the government shutdown, why you may experience travel delays over the weekend as the shutdown stretches into day 10.
Plus, precious metals are reaching prices that haven't been seen in decades. Why the country is facing, as some call it, a silver boom. And good morning. It is 7:31 now. I'm Deirdre Fitzpatrick.
And I'm Brandy Cummings. You made it till Friday. Got to just get through this day, and then you'll be looking towards the weekend.
You know, like dubious for some people midway through. Meteorologist Tamara Brooke has a great Friday forecast for you.
Yeah, a really good lineup of weather for you, especially considering that we're heading into the weekend. And then the bigger changes will start to unravel by the early part of next week. Right now, though, let's focus on the present. Beautiful blue sky, a few clouds there kind of along the horizon as well. That's the vantage point from Rancho Cordova. It's a nice weekend framed up for you. Mostly sunny conditions and mild temperatures to be expected. And in the Sierra today, it's going to get a little gusty. The wind around the lake will be hovering right around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Occasional gust up and over 30. So if you are traveling over some of those higher passes today, or you have plans to start your weekend out in the mountains, it will be a little bit choppy out there on those lake waters later today. Big pattern change coming inbound starting Monday. This system could last us all the way into Wednesday, and you're certainly going to see the impact icon popping up into the earlier parts of next week for impactful rain, wind, and snow. Right now, temperatures comfortable. You'll probably want to layer as you get the day started. 56 in Sacramento, 54 in Auburn. You notice here on the satellite radar sweep a bulk of the moisture well along the north coast, and most of that moisture stays pivoted to the north as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours. A few clouds may be around, a touch cooler today with highs in the 70s, upper 60s for the foothills, 50s up at the top with that steady breeze. Next 10 minutes, I'll walk you through the timing of some of that next storm system next week and show you what to plan for. It is 7:32. If you're planning a morning drive, Ryan, what's out there?
Well, so far we're cruising along here with no major delays, even with some heavier traffic on the causeway right now. You can still see the speed sensors showing green on that stretch. It's all clear across the causeway. In fact, 80 from Roseville over the top, no issues there. Southbound I-5 in downtown Sacramento, we do have a minor crash there. One of the vehicles over to the right-hand shoulder. One of the occupants is pregnant and asking to be checked out by an ambulance, so they'll be there for a second on the shoulder. Minor slowdown through that area. Just watch out for that activity. Northbound 5 is all clear. 99 through Florin Road. No significant issues there, just some slower traffic, and through Stockton also clear. So 99 just barely in the yellow at 16 minutes. I-5 still in the green at 12 minutes on the northbound side. 50 is a 17-minute ride from Folsom, and 80 out of Roseville, 10 minutes. Back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you. Now to a live look at our nation's capital. This is day 10 of the government shutdown, and there's still no resolution in sight. Yesterday, 2 more spending bills failed to advance. With no vote scheduled until next Tuesday, the shutdown is expected to continue into another week. Military service members are likely to miss their paychecks next week. That's the first time since the shutdown started. House Speaker Mike Johnson indicated that Republicans won't back a standalone bill to pay troops, while Democrats say missed paychecks alone won't end the shutdown. Meantime, travelers also feeling the impact. Staffing shortages among air traffic controllers have caused delays at major airports, and officials warn those problems could get worse before a solution is ultimately found. Meantime, a social media post from President Trump pressing the Attorney General to go after his enemies was posted in error.
It was a Truth Social post, and it implored Attorney General Pam Bondi to indict several of President Trump's political rivals. An administration official is confirming to NBC News that the president thought the message he sent was sent directly to Bondi, and that he was surprised to find out that he had actually posted it on Truth Social. This revelation was first reported by the Wall Street Journal, and since the post was made, 2 of the 3 people mentioned by name in the post have been indicted: former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. James is accused of bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institution. The 2-count indictment against her alleges that she intentionally misrepresented a rental property as a secondary residence to get better mortgage terms. The president has publicly urged the Justice Department to prosecute James and other political opponents. In a video message, James said that the indictment is part of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system.
These charges are baseless. And the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost.
U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, Lindsay Halligan, wrote in a statement, "No one is above the law. The charges alleged in this case represent intentional criminal acts and tremendous breaches of the public's trust. If convicted, James could face up to 30 years in prison per count." Her first court appearance is set for October 24th. Peru is going to be soon naming its 8th president in less than 10 years.
Now, this comes after the country's Congress voted overnight to impeach the current president, Dina Boluarte. She was one of the world's most unpopular leaders with an approval rating under 4%. You can see demonstrators celebrating the impeachment late last night outside the Peruvian Congress in Lima. Boluarte refused to attend the vote, arguing that due process was rushed. Well, the price of silver is now at its highest point in more than 4 decades. The $51 per troy ounce represents the first time the metal has topped the $50 mark since 1980. A troy ounce is heavier than a standard ounce. It's being called a silver boom as people invest in hard assets for safe investments during economic and global instability. Silver and platinum are up at least 75%. Gold has also shot up roughly 51%. Well, Placer County's crop value reaching a record high as well. Last year, the county's total gross value of crops and livestock soared to $111 million. That's about a 24% jump from 2023. Cattle rose to the top spot at $27.5 million. Nut tree crops rebounded. Almonds took second place, while walnuts climbed to third. Poultry ranked fourth, and last year's top crop, rice, dropped to fifth. The county says growers planted 35% fewer acres over lower prices and water delivery issues.
Well, new this morning, the Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded now to Maria Corina Machado. Machado is the leader of Venezuela's democracy movement and went into hiding after the government cracked down on dissent following last year's election. Now, the chair of the Nobel Committee says it's uncertain whether Machado will be able to attend the ceremony in Norway in December. President Donald Trump was also nominated, but he was unlikely to win because that nomination process actually ended January 31st when he'd been in office for 11 days. Happening today, Fair Oaks is kicking off a weekend-long celebration of its new Performing Arts Center in Village Park. It starts today at 4:30. There will be a ribbon cutting and the public is invited. Then at 5:30 going until 10, there's going to be a grand opening gala, and it will include Comedy Under the Stars with comedian Rudy Ortiz. It is the first show in the newly renovated Veterans Memorial Amphitheater Performing Arts Center. On Saturday, the center will be doing the Fair Oaks Folk Festival from noon until 10. General admission tickets are $35. And then on Sunday, it's an open house and community carnival. That one goes from 10 until 2. It's free, and they will be doing some tours.
Well, the Oak Park Black Film Festival continues tonight at the Guild Theater. Our own Cecil Hannibal moderated last night's discussion. I'll be there moderating tonight's film session. There are 2 different films that we'll be talking to the directors. Now, the showings start at 5 p.m. That's tonight and tomorrow. Showings start at 1 p.m. on Sunday. The week ends with awards being handed out on Sunday night.
And they've had a really good lineup the whole week, it looks like. Yeah.
Yes, and I watched the movies because, you know, you do that when you moderate, right?
Right.
So I watched the movies a little this morning, and they're fantastic. I mean,
That's
they're
great.
really good. So it'll be interesting to see who ultimately wins.
And are there still tickets available for people who want to come to the one you're
There
doing?
still are, yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. It is 7:39. Are you going to be able to stay awake for a movie on Friday night? I can never do
I'm
it.
going to take a nap.
You are.
When I get off work.
You are. You got a plan.
Maybe more coffee this evening.
Maybe a little bit. All right, over to Tamara. It's going to be a nice night.
It is going to be a beautiful evening, no matter where your plans take you to. Here's a live look right now from Placerville, the drive here along Highway 50, and making a stop here at Missouri Flat. And again, you'll notice the skies are filling in. Just a few clouds out there, and as we go into the rest of the afternoon, we're going to start to warm things up. Currently in the foothills, we're in the upper 40s to low 50s. San Joaquin Valley and the Sacramento Valley checking in low to mid 50s. And the Sierra, it's getting a little gusty with those temperatures currently in the upper 40s. Your day ahead here in the Valley Planner, plan for those highs to peak very similar to yesterday. I'm talking about lower to mid 70s with a steady south breeze, about 10 to 15 in the valley floor. Today in the foothills, a gorgeous looking day to be outdoors, talking upper 60s to about 70 degrees, spots like Auburn, Sonora, and Placerville. And today in the Sierra, it's going to get gusty in the afternoon. Daytime Daytime highs will push into the mid to upper 50s with those gustier winds about 20 to 30 miles per hour during the day today. Looking ahead at things, again, pretty quiet landscape for the weekend. It's really nice. Try to get out, soak it in, and savor it. It's going to be mild with those temperatures in the 70s because by next week, a storm arrives on our doorsteps by late in the day Monday. It's going to drop our temperatures down, increase a bit of the wind, and by Tuesday, that's my impact day next week for periods of good steady rainfall, snow returning to the mountains, and gusty winds. I'll have a closer look at the timing and the track of this system for you in about 10 minutes from now coming up. It is 7:40. Brian, what are you tracking for our commuters?
We're going to start here along the WX freeway, and you can see as we're looking off to the east there, right into the sunrise. Hope you have some nice sunglasses to wear on that side of the freeway, but we're not seeing any delays east or westbound. Southbound I-5, we do have an issue in the downtown area with a collision right before Highway 50, but if you're coming up 99 or I-5, again, we're seeing some heavier traffic there, but no significant delays. In downtown Sacramento, southbound 5, right before the 50 connector, the fast lane is blocked with an ambulance and a minor collision there. They're just checking out one of the occupants of a vehicle there, but you can see otherwise northbound's clear and just those minor slowdowns through Florin Road. Stockton also clear on 5 and 99. Having a nice ride there for you this morning. 80, a 10-minute ride out of Roseville. 50 out of Folsom, we're at 17 minutes. 99, the only route in the yellow right now at 16 minutes. I-5 also still in the green at 12 minutes. Back to you.
Brian, thank you. 7:41 is your time. Friday night lights are warming up in Woodland.
Yeah, we're getting the Bam Bam strips all fired up. That's what they're called. I did not know this. We are at Woodland High School, and it is a Friday Night Lights preview. Yes! Don't miss it. We're talking band, we're talking cheer, we're talking push-ups with the football team. All coming up next.
It's Friday, and that means it is time for another high school football game preview.
KCRA3's Melanie Wingo joining us now live from Woodland High School with a look at one of tonight's matchups. Melanie.
Yes, we got that big W, the big win for Woodland Wolves. Gotta happen tonight here at Woodland High School. It's their homecoming game, and their Stokesay football team. Are we ready? Let's do it. Let's go like this. Here we go. Hey, guys. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, I mean it. Before the commercial break, they were all over that. I'm coming back to you for push-ups in just a second. We have our cheer squad that is ready to cheer on the team tonight, and the band director, Greg Arliss, joining us now. Hey, Greg, we know you're kind of busy, but tell us what tonight's going to mean for your team.
Our job is basically to get the crowd really excited, really into the music, and hopefully bring a lot more energy to the game tonight.
As I always like to say, there is no football game without the band, because you guys help get the team inspired. Tell us about the importance of your job.
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of great kids here who are very passionate about music and just love playing. And it really comes through in the way that they play. And the audience feels it, the team feels it, everybody in the stadium feels it, and that really brings a lot more excitement and energy to the game.
It is so exciting to see how much spirit you all have.
Thank you so much for having us. We love being here, love having you guys here, and we're having a great time today.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to go over to my football players now, and I want to tell you, at 6:45 this morning, they were a little bit tired, but we've gotten pumped up. We are ready to go. Are we going to do this, guys? We got 10 in us. All right, Brandy and Deirdre, I have to send it back to you because we got some push-ups.
I mean, you've got stuff to do. Yeah, okay, well, here, we're going to help you count this thing down.
That's right.
All right. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, they're going so fast.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Love it.
Yay,
I just felt like the owl on the
Melanie.
Tootsie Pop
They're
commercial.
like still going.
Nice. Oh, it's going to be a good game tonight.
Oh my gosh, they're ready.
They're not going to be able to write their English essays, but it's going to be a good game.
Yes. Here's for the win. Yes, we got the win happen at Woodland.
Well, you've done your part tonight. That's all I'm going to say.
How's that happening?
You've done what you can to get this community ready, and we can't
So
wait to
much
see how they
fun.
play. Sounds good. And the weather
They're gonna
tonight
do
should be
great.
perfect for Friday night football,
Yes.
so that's going to be great as well. Now, let's go to something entirely different.
Yes. The Haunt begins tonight in Amador County.
Northern California's most famous spooky castle begins its 15th year of scaring people silly when they want a little haunted house fun. Are you in or are you out, Brandy?
Out.
Out.
I
Okay.
do not do scary movies.
The
Scary
castle
things, none.
is
I'm
in
out.
Ione, and I'm going to tell you, this one is scary just when you look at it in the daytime.
Oh,
This
gosh.
used to